that their family, Nolan Wells' family, is serving his friends notices. I will tell you this. If and when we find out that somebody was involved or somebody knew about it, they should sue not only them, but they should sue Brandon Tatum too. This dude right here, the reason that they would speak to him as opposed to law enforcement is because he is a listening ear. He's a sympathetic ear.
I only interviewed 2. So are you saying, DL Hughley, out of your mouth, that they talk to me instead of talking to law enforcement? Is that your position? You better correct it. Because if not, if that's your position, you are lying, because they talk to law enforcement before they ever talk to me. I'm engaging with them like 2 weeks after this happened. I want to tell you guys about Shenergy. If you're looking for an energy drink that's clean, 75 milligrams of caffeine, nootropics that help you with focus so you don't crash and have all that crazy stuff in your drinks. You don't need to do that. That's over time that's going to destroy you. But we didn't just create an energy drink because we care about your overall energy and health. So we created an energy drink and a night drink. One that helps you go to sleep, wake up with energy, and the other one gives you sustainable energy throughout the day. So if you're looking for a company that agrees with your values, American-based, American-made, American customer service, look no further. ShenergyLife.com has you covered. And then we have a money-back guarantee. You take the product that don't work for you, we'll get your money back. Here's DL Crybaby Hughley. He should be interviewing that dude that, let me not say that. Let me not go down to their level. Next, roll it.
It's interesting that Brandon Tatum is welcome in Mississippi when Ben Crump and Al Sharpton are not, for the exact same reason that Stephen A. Smith is welcome at ESPN and Ryan Clark are not. Is not.
I'm welcome in Mississippi by who? I just talked to boys and got out of there. Benjamin Crump spent the week there and did a press conference there. Who said he wasn't welcome? Who told him he couldn't be there? The governor didn't say he couldn't be there. The prosecutors didn't say he couldn't be there. They just said he had came and pushed racism and division in the community and left. You're just making this up, DL. Keep rolling.
Anybody who says or asks questions, you talking about a state that got mad because tried to read. And now the new extrapolation of that, the new extension of that is people having internet.
Somebody go check on DL. I be just making up stuff. The state don't want people to read. What you saying to me? The state don't want people to read. Mississippi, it's so racist in Mississippi, they don't want people to read out there. He's saying they don't want black people to read. Because last time I checked, Mississippi has 2 major universities there. But you wanted to be about a black-white thing. You wanted to act like black people can't. Nolan could read. Nolan and all his black friends go out there at white schools, living their best life. But somehow DL think it's racist. You ain't even been to Mississippi. Can't point to a single thing at Mississippi. Let me just give you the stat and I'm going to let him finish because there's a couple more clips. Y'all think about this. 3,500 black people have been murdered in the last 10 years by other black people in Mississippi. And yet they ain't mentioned not one black person has been murdered in Mississippi. Not one. I think if you look at the death toll of black people in Mississippi, who's the most responsible for killing black people in Mississippi? Is it the white man? Is it the sundown town, the clans, or is it other black people? Clearly, 98% of every black person that's been killed in Mississippi been killed by another black person. But the boogeyman is the white man. Why? Continue.
And you know why I can't, that Brandon, I'm not going to call myself Officer Tatum because it's sucker shit to call yourself the job you used to have. It is. If we were together and we ain't no more, I'm your ex, right?
Yeah.
Right? I'm your ex.
Not with him. He's still your boyfriend.
That's how you know. When you're a black man, they make you hold the shit you used to be, so it holds weight now. It holds weight now. I'm not knocking this dude. He looks like the kind of man that would have to marry a white woman. He does. He does. He looks like anytime a man called himself what he used to be, he was a football player and failed at that. Then he found his way into police work, right? Now he's out of that. Now he's always looking for the same adulates and same cheers he used to get on the football field. And usually them came from white coaches. So he's only doing what he's been trained to do.
Now, I want to address each one of these. This is why these people are nonsensical. We can go back to the very beginning of what he's saying, that I'm a man that could only marry a white woman. What are you trying to say about, are you disparaging white women? Are you trying to say that a white woman can't get a good man? Or that white women are only marrying men who are less than? Are you saying that another brother is less than when you're supposed to be Mr. Black, blackity black community? I'm less than because I married a white woman? Now, I grew up in the black community, you fake Negroes. Don't try to play me. I'm the Negro whisperer. I'm the whistleblower. I know how they treat black people in the hood that ain't all black, that's mixed. Yeah, light-skinned brothers, how they get treated. I know when I was growing up, you couldn't bring a white girl home or people would trash you. That's racism. And then you mad if a white person say you can't bring a black girl home, which you ain't never gonna hear no white people on TV saying it. But you hear this dude got a big old podcast saying that it's wrong to marry a white woman if you black. It's crazy. And let's go to the football and stuff. Most of your coaches were white coaches. Dude, I went to Paul Laurence Dunbar High School. And my coach was white at Paul Laurence Dunbar High School because that white man loved us more than black people did. Coach Jones loved us more and gave us more opportunity than black people did. And black people hated Coach Jones when he first got there. But what did Coach Jones produce out of that university, out of that high school that black people could never do, is that, and it happened since Coach Jones left. When Coach Jones was there, we had 9 D1 football players on our team. 4 of us were U.S. Army All-Americans. Ernest Mason, DJ Davis, my brother Bobby, and me were all U.S. Army All-Americans on one team. Never in the history of the United States of America, well, at least we were the first in the history to have 2 U.S. Army All-Americans on one team. Now, I'm not saying it ain't, because I don't live in that world of black and white. That dude was a good man. You brought his race up. Coach Hughes was a black coach on the basketball team, the most winningest coach ever in basketball history in the United States of America. He was a black guy. Coach Jones, Coach Hughes got along. We ain't had no problem with that race stuff. And then when I went to the University of Arizona, the strength and conditioning coach, Coach Edmond, was a black man. We saw him, we loved him, we had more involvement, and he invested in our lives as athletes more than our head coach did and our defensive back coach. So what are you talking about? A black man was the one that did our strength and conditioning and made sure we were equipped to get on the football field. Nobody's thinking about that stupid stuff. And then let's talk about my career on the police department. I didn't fail as a football player and then I ran to the law enforcement officers. No, dude, I played college football. I was a U.S. Army All-American. I played at the University of Arizona. I was in the NFL draft. I didn't get drafted, and I didn't pursue it. I didn't love football enough to keep pursuing it. And that's fine, because I'm probably more successful now than I would ever been as a football player. I'm more successful than just about any football player that I played with that's not playing football no more. You know what I'm saying? So, but anyway, then I went to policing because I needed a job. And as a grown man, I wasn't going to sit around and make excuses and not have income coming in for my child. So I said, I'm going to do what it takes to make it happen. I became a police officer. I love being a police officer. It was the greatest thing that I've ever done in my life. It was the most honorable thing I ever did in my life. I was putting my life on the line, saving black people, while people like D.L. Hughley telling jokes. You will never be able to be the man that I am, ever. You will never be able to say that you put your life on the line for anybody. Now, I did that. I love that. I was the youngest PIO in the history of the Tucson Police Department as a black man. All you haters out there on a majority white police department. Then I was on a SWAT team. I was a field training officer. I taught new officers how to be officers. You can go down the list. Before I left, I was getting ready to promote, or at least to test to promote, to become a sergeant. I never wanted to be a detective. I can't sit in the office all day. I needed to be on the SWAT team and be active. And I was going to end up being a sergeant. What are you saying, bruh? You don't know what you're talking about. God decided to move me in a different direction. And now I got more influence than I can dream of. Billions of views on YouTube. God knew what he was doing. But y'all don't believe in God, so you still going in a circle in your life. which you've been doing this my whole life and ain't done nothing. You still ain't the top comedian. Kevin Hart then came in and did everything that you could dream of doing in I don't know, in a decade. You still ain't the top of your game. All right, let him finish. I'm running out of time. Keep going.
This dude is it, and now to get there, and this dude's talking about he was on cocaine, and listen to this.
Someone close to Nolan, one of his friends, told me that this person was offered cocaine and rejected it from this person. This person told me that it's over 100% chance that Nolan was using cocaine during this period of time. Pause it. Now, why don't DL play the whole clip? Ask yourself this question. They want to be right so bad that they willing to cut pieces and lie. I clearly said in the beginning, somebody else said this. And then I go on to say, I don't believe this. I'm just giving you guys as a journalist what people are coming and telling me and claiming these things. So if it comes out, you know that these people that are talking to me know more about this than what the people are alluding to. And then I said, I'm not accepting this until the toxicology results come out. He knows because he has the clip what I said, but he leaves it out so he can frame it as something that I did not say. I never made the claim that he was on cocaine. I never made that claim. But when people are coming and talking to me and they're showing me that this person said this and they're giving testimony from people, they're alluding to some things that I think people need to be paying attention to. Continue.
He was, in fact, on cocaine and did cocaine and alcohol. The best time to do shit like that is when you're young. If he were a 50-year-old dude doing it, established-year-old dude doing it, it would be a blight. But all of us, I've done cocaine, right? I have.
Wait a minute. Wait.
Hold up.
I've done cocaine. You've done cocaine, right?
No.
Well, you from Africa. I don't know what you did.
I have not done cocaine.
Okay, I have. Have you done cocaine
First of all,
before?
my mama watching this. You ain't supposed to be saying shit like I done cocaine. You done. How about we just say everybody here has done shit?
Okay, that's better.
The most salient point of it, we used to do something.
Okay.
Okay.
There
But
you go.
when you're trying to rely, I guarantee you that if that man, that little boy did that, everybody else, if he did cocaine, he didn't come there with it. They gave it to him.
All right, let me address this. Put me back. Let me address this real quick. Everybody, he said he took cocaine. Dude, I thought you was trying to make a point. How you gonna say, and I said something about it, right? This is what he did to me. He said, Brandon should be ashamed of himself saying that Nolan took cocaine. I never said it. People had told me that he did it. That's their statements, and I made it very clear. But then in the second sentence, he acts like taking cocaine is not a big deal anyway. He said he took cocaine. Then he tried to say everybody on the show must have took cocaine. And so why are you mad at me if I said that somebody told me Nolan took cocaine? Why are you mad at me when you saying it's okay to take cocaine and that you took it and you think the best time to take it is when at Nolan's age? You saying everybody on the show is taking cocaine and you say cocaine ain't a big deal. And if he did take cocaine, somebody gave it to him. Which is exactly what I mentioned in the thing that I said. Somebody told me that there was somebody giving out cocaine. And that his name has been out there, but I'm not putting it out there because the authorities need to do that. But I said somebody was giving out cocaine based on what people are. I said that somebody told me people were giving out cocaine, which would be an indicator that somebody needs to go to jail for giving underage people or people cocaine in the first place. But y'all don't care about the person who committed the crime. You care about talking about me. Why don't we go after the person that potentially gave Nolan and other people cocaine, potentially, based on what somebody said? Why y'all mad at me? Why don't you go after the guy that did it? How about you acknowledge that this is what people are saying so it may give you some idea of what could have happened to Nolan? Instead of y'all just blaming the white boys, maybe there's a guy that gave Nolan cocaine and maybe he OD'd on cocaine or something. And if that's the case, then why don't we pursue the person who gave it to him and put them in jail? But y'all don't even care about nobody going to jail for this. You just want it to be white man bad and B. Tatum is a sellout. Roll the clip.
This
Last
dude
one.
right here, the reason that they would speak to him as opposed to law enforcement is because he is a listening ear. He's a sympathetic ear.
He's a safe ear.
He's a safe. And the only reason people on the right with black people is if they safe. They're predictable.
Time out. I ain't gonna lie, I like his AI stuff. That's pretty cool. I ain't gonna lie. Studio looks cool. The set looks cool. His AI stuff is funny. I give him that. Brother, you just said, can we start the clip? I mean, just go back to the clip the part, and I'm gonna be done with this segment. We'll get to the last video. But go back to where D.L. Hughley said they talked to him and not law enforcement. I want you to go back to that because I want Warren's lawyer, and we'll send it to Warren's lawyer, and we're gonna send it to the world so people can see when these boys start suing these people for lying, not reporting something somebody said. You lied, DL. It's a proven lie, and you better redact this because you just lied on them. The part where he said they talked to Brandon instead of law enforcement. Roll the clip.
This dude right here, the reason that they would speak to him as opposed to law enforcement is because he is a listening ear. He's a sympathetic.
So you're saying, DL, that they didn't talk to law enforcement. You're saying that they said that. You said they. I only interviewed 2. So are you saying, D.L. Hughley, out of your mouth, that they talked to me instead of talking to law enforcement? Is that your position? You better correct it. Because if not, if that's your position, you are lying because they talked to law enforcement before they ever talked to me. I'm engaging with them like 2 weeks after this happened. They already talked to law enforcement. Law enforcement already interviewed 60 people 2 weeks ago, including Warren and a bunch of other boys that did a computer voice stress analysis, which is equivalent of a lie detector test or equivalent of a polygraph test. Just a polygraph is a little more intrusive, but it's still used by almost every department, modern department around the country to hire everybody that they hire. It's not really admissible in court, but it's used for reasonable suspicion and finding out is somebody being truthful or not. But my dog, they already interviewed these boys. I'm 2 weeks of getting their message to the public, and you on your thing lying. This is why y'all believe they did it, because you don't even know the facts. Last clip, roll it.
And if and when, and somebody's going to have done something, if and when, and now I understand that the family, Nolan Wells' family, is serving his friends notices. I will tell you this: if and when we find out that somebody was involved or somebody knew about it, they should sue not only them, but they should sue Brandon Tatum too. You inserted yourself in that. You want a bite of this? Let's take your part. Right. I guarantee you should have a part of it, because that's what happens. You wanted to be an influencer? Okay. Play that game. You wanted to. I have never, like the one thing, and I'll leave it here, because he said, you can't make me hate white people. I would never want you to hate anybody. I'm not asking you to hate white people. I'm asking you who made you hate us.
Us. I love my mama. Ask my mama, do I love my mama? Do I love my daddy? I just got my daddy at a suite in Vegas. He had a really good time with my stepmama in Vegas doing their thing for my father's birthday. I talk to my daddy at least every week. My mama lived with us, not in our house, but she lived out in Arizona with us. I take care of my mama, don't have to worry about nothing. That's a black woman. Y'all mad at me? My uncles didn't agree with me. My Uncle Derek don't agree all the time. But my uncles agree with me. I don't like them black people. My niece and nephews. Birthdays and stuff just came up. I support them. My cousin that went to prison, I told you he went to prison, and that's, his case to litigate. But he's been in prison for like 14, 15 years. I support his daughter, got her first car. I helped get her first car. And I put money on his books, his Secures, J-Pay. Now they moved to Secures. I don't know, for like 3 or 4 years now. 3 years now. I max his books out every month. But I don't like black people. I just don't like you nut jobs. You fake folk. I started Blexit in 2018 to support and help the black community. We had chapters in 50 states where we do back to school drives and everything for the black community. The problem was some of y'all black folks don't even want to participate in things that help black people. So we had a whole bunch of white people and Mexicans volunteering their time to help black people in Blexit organization. I was responsible for taking the first black conservative leaders to the White House, 400 of them. I helped raise money. Shout out to the white people that gave. I got one black man to give $20,000. We had to raise $400,000 to get 400 black people. It was about $1,000 a piece because we covered travel, hotel stay to get them to the White House. President Trump set it up that they can be there. We had to raise money so they didn't have to worry about it. We could scholarship them because a lot of people can't afford to fly to D.C. It was young girls didn't even have a dress because they never been anywhere formal. My white wife, got one young lady a formal dress, bought her a dress so she can go to the White House. Y'all just don't like us black people. You think I don't like you ignorant ones. You can't say that I don't love black people. You can't say all the things that I've done for black people. Sakaria Turner, her family, she gets shot in the Jack in the Box parking lot. D.L. Hughley probably never mentioned her name. Young girl gets murdered. Her mama don't have a cell phone. Her mama car shot up, so they don't have no transportation or nothing. Her daughter dies in her arms. She had $14,000 in her GoFundMe. And y'all don't want nobody paid for her. No, I'll take that back. She only had 14 in her thing. Tyler Perry paid for her funeral. I raised $230,000 for her. But I don't care about black people. The black officer they getting ready to fire because a white person said something shady to him. They getting ready to fire this black man. They took his gun and everything. We raised $75,000 for him. What are you talking about, bruh? What are you talking about? All the black candidates running for office that we've supported. But D.L. Hughley don't do nothing for it. I'm trying to get to the bottom of what happened to a young black man that died in Horn Island. Y'all trying to get to the bag and get to racism. I'm getting to the bottom of it. Y'all didn't dare go interview nobody because you too racist to care. I'm not looking at race, I'm looking at results.